Okay, so this problem on the 5.3 quiz, our books prepared us for it, and we should be able to get it done in a very reasonable amount of time. I'm not going to start the time quite yet because I'm not going to talk about the problem. I'm going to talk about where we were prepared for it in Google Classroom via our book. If we click on the 5.3 extension, we can see both the textbook, 5.3, right there, number 3. How do you find the area of the following? So a rectangle there, okay? They'll work. Pretty clear. You'll multiply the 2 dimensions to get 14 inches squared. How do you find a circle given a diameter? Right there. So right there, the diameter is the distance all the way from one side of a rectangle, from one side of a circle to the other side of a circle. It's the distance all the way across through the center. Well, the equation is pi r squared. Our radius is represented by r. So to find those areas, you were prepared in number 3. And then in number 4, you were prepared to find volume. Volume is multiply all 3 dimensions. So whatever our base is, and then for whatever height it gets repeated. For example, if we treat the base as the 12 by 2 area, it's repeated for a height of 5. So finally bringing that to our problem here. All right, I'll start the timer. I will have this problem done in 7 minutes. Pause it if you need to. I'm gonna show you. It doesn't take extremely long to get the problem done. So right there, starting the clock. So the first thing we should be able to do is figure out how many cubic feet get poured. So what is the surface area? In 2B, we'll figure out the volume, how deep it gets poured. So we got the circle. What's the circle area? And it's a half circle. The problem says up above, semicircular part with a diameter 14 feet and a rectangular part that is 14 feet by 25 feet. So first thing, we need to take that 14 and divide by 2 to get the radius of 7. So the area of the circle is pi times 7 squared, but I only want half the circle. Okay? So now, quick calculator. We got 49 times, this calculator has a pi button. Please use it in my class as well. The pi button times 0.5. We've got about 76.97. And right now we've multiplied 7 by 7. That was feet, so we're at feet squared. That becomes really important before we find the final volume. It's cubic feet. We're not there yet. Okay, the rectangle. I'm going to abbreviate. That's faster. Finding the area of it at least. It is 14 by 25. We grab our calculator. 14 by 25. We got 350 square feet. And now my recommendation, all right, let's finish up the area. So what's the total area? Add these 2 numbers. That 350 sitting in there, I hit plus 76.97. We've got a total area sorry, that's a little sloppy. Deal with it. 426.97 square feet. And that unit label is super important. We're in square feet. Oh, right here, we got 6 inches. We need to turn the 6 inches into feet. So I want to divide that by 12 inches. That cancels out the inch label. The concrete is 0.5 feet thick. So that's sitting in my calculator. I hit times 0.5. Our final answer, rounded to the nearest tenth, should be 213.5 feet cubed. Okay, so we're sitting there. We need to turn that into cubic yards. And even though the time's ticking and this is part of my work, I feel I got enough time to go back and show you, well, we had a whole entry ticket on this. If you go back to the 5.3 entry ticket right there, Mr. Klee will provide some commentary. You click on it, you open it up. It looks like this. There were two ways to go get this. Bottom line, you got to cancel out. If you're in inches cubed, you got to cancel out inches cubed 3 times because you got to have, or if you're in cubic feet, which we are, you need to cancel out 3 feet for every 1 yard 3 times. So my work here is 3 fractions where I got 1 yard per 3 feet, 1 yard per 3 feet, 1 yard per 3 feet. I need to do that because now I have feet times feet times feet. I have feet multiplied 3 times feet to the 3rd power in the denominator. Right here, 1, 2, 3 cancels out 1, 2, 3 feet in the numerator. So that 213.5, excuse me, is pretty much sitting in my calculator. I divide by 3, I divide by 3, I divide by 3. We got 7.9 cubic yards. And the last part of the problem, it says round this to the nearest quarter of a foot. That would round up to 8. My other option is 7.75 or 7 3/4. I would not have enough concrete if I did that. So we've got 8 cubic yards is our answer we should have typed in for 2B. And it's $180 per cubic yard. So again, I clear this out. I basically had that in there, but 8 times 180, because that's how we're supposed to round. Our answer down here, $1,440. And one more time, I simply did 8 times 180. So there you go. It's really possible to get this problem done right there. I explained a lot of parts of it, 5 minutes, 40 seconds. As long as you know how to turn cubic feet or cubic any measurement into a complementary measurement. Key thing to kind of wrap up the video here, you need to cancel out the cubic unit with whatever the conversion is for 1 yard per 3 feet. It needs to cancel out 3 times.